Hey everyone, I'm Elizabeth Schulze. We take you now to Charlotte, North Carolina, where Vice President Kamala Harris is holding her first campaign rally since our ABC News presidential debate. She is greeting there on stage a big crowd of supporters in Charlotte, North Carolina, a state she very much hopes to swing in this election, now just less than 2 months away. Enthusiastic crowd as she tries to capitalize on that momentum from the debate. A new poll out just today shows that she did have a lead among voters who watched that debate. Let's listen in now to Vice President Kamala Harris.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is late. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We got some work to do. All right. Are we going to do this, North Carolina? Yes. It is so wonderful to be back in Charlotte. I want to thank you all. Can we give it up for Stacey for telling her incredible story? And can we please thank that incredible Anthony Hamilton for his incredible performance? I love Anthony Hamilton. And it is so good. I love you back. I love you back. Thank you. And we have so many outstanding leaders here today, including my friend, Governor Roy Cooper, and your next Governor, Attorney General Josh Stein. And here with us is your next Attorney General, Congressman Jeff Jackson. Mayor Lyles, my dear friend, the Council of State candidates, and all the leaders who are with us today. I thank you all, everyone here for taking the time and doing the work you are doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so here's the thing. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. Okay, so North Carolina, you probably know, and please have a seat if you have a chair. 2 nights ago, Donald Trump and I had our first debate. And I believe we owe it to the voters to have another debate. Because this election and what is at stake could not be more important. On Tuesday night, I talked about issues that I know matter to families across America, like bringing down the cost of living, investing in America's small businesses, protecting reproductive freedom, and keeping our nation safe and secure. But that's not what we heard from Donald Trump. Instead, it was the same old show. That same tired playbook that we've heard for years, with no plans for how he would address the needs of the American people, because you know it's all about him, it's not about you. Well, folks, I said it then, I say it now. It's time to turn the page. Turn that page. Turn that page. To your point, America is ready for a new way forward. We are ready for a new generation of leadership that is optimistic about what we can do together. That is why Democrats, Republicans, and independents are supporting our campaign. Over 200 people who worked for President George H.W. Bush, President George W. Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney have endorsed me for president. Former Vice President Dick Cheney and Congresswoman Liz Cheney are supporting me as well. Because, as they said, we have a duty as citizens to put country above partisanship and defend our Constitution. And that is my pledge to you. I will always put country above party, and I will be a president. Trump is trying to pull our nation backward. We are fighting for the future. A future with affordable child care, paid leave and affordable health care. A future where we build what I call an opportunity economy so every American has an opportunity to own a home, to build wealth, to start a business. And, you know, I talked about it the other night. I love our small businesses. I really do. I love our small businesses. And there are many of whom are here. and the thing about our small businesses is they are, you know, so first of all, my mother worked very hard, and there was a lady who helped raise us who was a second mother to us, Miss Shelton. And she was a small business owner. And I grew up then understanding who our small business owners are. They're leaders in the community. They're civic leaders. They hire locally. They mentor. They're part of the fabric of the community. And I know they are the backbone of America's economy. So my plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to start up small businesses. Because, you know, not everybody started out with $400 million on a silver platter and then filed for bankruptcy 6 times. But a whole lot of people have the ingenuity, the entrepreneurship, the work ethic, and the ambition to do that kind of work, and just need to be seen and supported for what they are and what they do for all of us. An opportunity economy. We need to build more housing in America. And so
we are dealing with some audio issues here of Vice President Harris's remarks. We think that we have a better feed now of the audio that will not break up. So let's listen back in now.
I have a plan to lower the cost of living for America's families on everything from health care to groceries. Under my plan, more than 100 million Americans will get a tax break, and thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money will go back into your pockets, including $6,000 during the first year of a child's life. And I will always put middle-class and working families first. I grew up a middle-class kid. I was raised by a hard-working mother who saved up, and by the time I was a teenager, she was able to afford to buy our first home. I understand how people work hard and have dreams and aspirations for their children and need to be put first. Understanding, again, when the middle class is strong, America is strong. America is strong. But Donald Trump, well, he has a different plan. Just Google Project 2025. It is a detailed and dangerous blueprint for what he will do if he is elected president. Donald Trump will give billionaires and big corporations massive tax cuts and cut corporate taxes by over $1 trillion, even as they pull in record profits. He will add more than $5 trillion to the national debt.
We have been listening to Vice President Harris holding her first campaign rally since that ABC News presidential debate Tuesday night. She is in Charlotte, North Carolina, saying there, we owe it to the voters to have another debate. This is after former President Trump today said he would not be doing another debate. Harris said the stakes could not be higher, and she repeated many of those lines she said as she faced off with Donald Trump Tuesday night, saying he repeated that same tired playbook, and it is time to turn the page. Let's bring in our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, who is traveling with the vice president. She's in Greensboro, North Carolina. Harris is set to speak there at a rally later tonight. Selena, what stands out to you in this campaign event? The first time we've heard her on the campaign trail since Tuesday's debate.
Yeah, Elizabeth, well, Vice President Harris, she's trying to build off of that momentum after that debate. The campaign is feeling that she did extremely well. She beat Donald Trump in that debate, but they insist that they're not taking any victory laps, that they're working hard to win this race. They still believe they're the underdogs here, and campaign sources tell me that fundamentally, but they still believe that this race has not changed, that it's going to be extremely close, and the polls have so far shown that this race is essentially locked in a dead heat. And Elizabeth, it is notable that she is choosing North Carolina as her first campaign stop after that debate with Donald Trump. She's making 2 stops, first to Charlotte, then in just a couple of hours she'll be here in Greensboro. North Carolina is a state that had really fallen out of reach when Biden was at the top of the ticket, but now with Vice President Harris as the nominee, the campaign believes they have a real chance here, that North Carolina could be viable. Now, this is a critical state that has not gone Democratic since Obama in 2008, but they're seeing new momentum here, especially with young voters and voters of color, Elizabeth.
And Selena, we heard at the very top of the vice president's remark her saying that we owe it to the voters. Her campaign, of course, called for another debate right after her performance Tuesday. How likely is it that we see that at this point? What are you hearing from the campaign about the chances that that does happen, that she faces off again on the stage with the former president?
Yeah, well, Elizabeth, look, the vice president, she called for that third debate pretty much immediately after that debate with Trump wrapped up. They knew that she nailed that debate. Now, Donald Trump is just saying on his own Truth Social that there will be no third debate. After that debate, of course, he went to the spin room immediately to say that he believed he had performed well. But of course, many Republicans even acknowledged that he missed a lot of opportunities there, that he took the bait every single time Harris tried to get under his skin. So Donald Trump right now is on defense. He's on the back footing, and clearly in Truth Social saying that he does not want to see another debate. But of course, the vice president, their team is going to continue to push for another debate. They're going to continue to go Donald Trump. They believe that there should be another one. The American people really deserve another opportunity to hear these two candidates be side by side and really flesh out what it is they want to provide for the American people in the future. Now, the Harris campaign in this new, more aggressive phase of the campaign, they also want to continue to draw that contrast with Donald Trump and not just make this about defining Harris, but also reminding the American people about what another Donald Trump presidency could mean. And they're painting it as a dark and divisive future, Elizabeth.
Right, and of course, one of the criticisms we heard from Donald Trump and his campaign after the debate was that she didn't provide enough details of her plans. We will have to see how much she does give as she lays out those policies in these rallies today and then the days ahead. Selena Wang, our senior White House correspondent there in North Carolina, thank you so much. I'm Elizabeth Schulze. Thank you for streaming with us. We do have much more news ahead.
What does it take to be the...
It is immoral. It is immoral. And I know we all here understand and agree one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. And what we know is that the impact of this is, it's been over 2 years now since that decision came down. The impact of this is so real. It's affecting people every day, just based on the stories we know, and there are so many stories we don't know. Think about it. Because of Trump's abortion bans, women are being refused care during miscarriages. Some are only being treated if they develop sepsis. And when asked on Tuesday night, Donald Trump refused to say that he would veto a national abortion ban. You remember that? He refused to answer that question. Refused to answer that question. Well, I'm gonna tell you, when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. And across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on other hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water, and the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. And North Carolina has a history of the point I'm about to make. Generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now the baton is in our hands. It is in our hands. So we who believe in the sacred freedom to vote will finally pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. Believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass an assault weapons ban, universal background checks, and red flag laws. So much is at stake in this election. So much is at stake in this election. And understand, this is not 2016 or 2020. For a number of reasons, including why the stakes are higher, because 2 months ago, the United States Supreme Court basically told the former president that he will effectively be immune no matter what he does in the White House. Think about that. Think about that. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails, right? He who has vowed that if reelected, he'll be a dictator on day one, that he will weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies, and has called for the, quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States of America. Think about that. And let us be very clear. Somebody who suggests we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again. And one of the points that I mentioned on Tuesday, so the people who served under him at the White House, who saw him every day, right? His national security advisor, his defense secretary, his chief of staff, and his vice president, all have warned, all who worked with him every day in the White House, sat with him in the Oval Office, have warned America. Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States and should never again occupy our nation's highest office. So and we're not going back. We're not going back. So it comes out to this. It comes down to this. We are here together because we love our country. We love our country. And we understand the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Right. And so, I believe it is the highest form, then, of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country and to fight to realize the promise of America. So, North Carolina, we have 54 days until Election Day. 54 days. And just 35 days until early voting begins. And it's not only the presidency that's on the ballot. There are many important races, including Josh Stein running for governor. Whose opponent was handpicked by Donald Trump and wants a total ban on abortion in this state. Right. So these are the stakes in this election. Up and down the ballot, up and down the ballot. But we know the power is with the people. The power is with the people. And your voice is your vote, North Carolina. Your vote is your voice. And we know, here's the thing also, we are loving our campaign, aren't we? We are loving this campaign. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. I know that. But here's also the thing. Ours will be a very tight race until the end, okay? It's going to be a tight race until the end, and we are the underdog. Understand that. We are the underdog. There are powerful forces trying to convince people that their vote doesn't matter. There are powerful forces here, too. But I say all that to say we've got some hard work ahead of us. But here's the thing I love about everybody here. We love hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. And with your help, we will win in November. We will win. We will. We will win. So, North Carolina, today I then ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
his tears go and fall away, fall away. Oh, may the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.